Let's bring in New York Congressman Chris Collins right now, member of the Trump Transition Executive Committee. Congressman Collins, good to see you.
Yeah, good morning, Maria.
We have a lot to talk to you about. We definitely want to get to this 35% and whether or not he's overstepping by threatening companies. But first, give us your take on the growing list of Secretary of State names out there.
Well, I think, again, this is one of the more important cabinet positions, not to say they're not all important. And a few of us, Newt Gingrich, myself, and Kellyanne Conway, were all pretty vocal when it came to our comments about former Governor Mitt Romney. And you know, the supporters of Donald Trump would prefer it to be someone other than former Governor Romney. He was certainly on the short list. So for whatever reason, President-elect Trump has decided to expand the list. I think that's good. It's a critical position. So at this point, he'll be the one making the decision. But as we saw with Ben Carson, that doesn't mean the process is not moving along quickly. More than half of the cabinet is now filled, 8 out of the 15 positions, way ahead of anyone's anticipated schedule. So wow. Great progress. Other names to come forward, and he's certainly taking his time, and we should all respect that on the Secretary of State.
Dagan.
The phone call that Donald Trump took from the leader of Taiwan, again breaking protocol, going back to 1979, that was intentional, was it not? That wasn't a mistake.
Well, I wouldn't call it a mistake. To me, Donald Trump, you know, as he was not politically correct at all times, I don't expect he's going to pay much attention to protocol. You know, this is a time when he needs to get things done. That's what a CEO does. He took a call from the president of Taiwan. Obviously, he knew the call was coming in. I don't see anything wrong with that. And if others, you know, get all caught up in their underwear over it, that's just them being, you know, hung up on this protocol. Donald Trump's going to be a different kind of president, speaking to the public directly through his tweets. And the press has to get over that. And I think America finds it just very refreshing that Donald Trump's, in his gut, is going to do what he wants. He took a congratulatory call. He's not currently the president. I think the one China policy is something we've had for a long time. And taking the phone call from the president of Taiwan doesn't change that at all.
Are you all caught up in your underwear about this?
No.
Or as we say down south, don't get your pants in a knot.
Yeah.
Don't get your pants in a knot.
Congressman Collins, you've been incredibly loyal, and, you know, as someone who was on the Hillary side, watching you on TV, you were incredibly a good speaker and surrogate for President-elect Trump. Not easy to go against you. But the question I have is, you know, you took a shot, obviously, at Governor Romney, because really of his lack of loyalty and the things he said going in. But now when you see this new group of Senator Manchin, Governor Huntsman, and these people, I mean, you know, none of them were for Trump either. And so the Secretary of State has to be the right person. Loyalty matters, but also, you know, at the end of the day, we want to make sure what the most important role, for the most part, other than the President and Vice President, is the Secretary of State. Who would you like to see outside of, you know, loyalist Giuliani on the rest of the list?
Well, I'm not going to give my opinion. That's for the president-elect to make. But what I would point out about former Governor Romney, he was out there searching for the cameras and the microphone in a way to slam President-elect Trump at every turn. So others who may not have supported him, that's very different than, I mean, Nikki Haley was not someone that supported him. But, you know, she wasn't like Mitt Romney, just looking for every minute to get in front of a microphone to slam something he may have said the day before.
Yeah. Real quick, Kevin.
Congressman, can you give some color about the strengths that Ben Carson is going to bring as the newest cabinet member?
Well, you know what they say in a lot of cases, they joke around, they'd say, well, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to be Secretary of HUD, and here we've got one.
That's a good one. Very good one.
Very smart guy.
Congressman, real quick, is President-elect Trump overstepping with this 35% threat?
No, he's not. I've been with him on this all along. We've got to do what it takes to get manufacturing jobs back. We have to make stuff here in America, the 6-to-1 job multiplier on manufacturing jobs. We have to have manufacturing jobs. We don't have a level playing field. If that's what it takes, the fact is we're a net importer of about $800 billion a year. Those jobs need to come back. You know, not everyone is going to be a STEM scientist. Not everyone's going to be an attorney or a physician. We need jobs, good jobs, and those are manufacturing jobs. We've lost our manufacturing base. We have to get it back to level the playing field with China
so
and
is
Mexico.
it a threat, or
do
you worry about the implications of a 35% tariff? I mean, aren't prices for goods going to go up? Isn't it going to make things much more expensive? Isn't it going to impact profitability of corporations?
Oh, well, it's going to result in some inflation that we need so we can pay down our $20 trillion of debt in cheaper dollars down the road. If we can create 6 jobs for every manufacturing job that comes back, the tax revenue that's going to come from that, people are going to come back into the workforce. Absent manufacturing jobs, where is this country going? So I believe we have to bring them back. We have to level the playing fields. I'm a big proponent, whether you call it a tariff, whatever it is, we've got to level the playing field, and I'm all for it.
All right, we'll leave it there. Congressman, good to see you. Thanks so much, sir.
Good to be with you, Maria.
Chris Collins joining us there.